which role would you want to do that the other one has done?
Oh, your muzzled character.
Yeah?
Like, for sure.
You would be so good at that.
Mary-Kate was awesome, and also her voice is incredible. So I just need to say that. But I loved that character. I loved the costume we got to wear.
Yeah, agreed.
And I loved your part in the end song.
Thanks. It is good.
So good.
It's super good. That was a lot of fun. I've never played a character like that before. That's like super apathetic.
I love that.
So that was really great. Neat. That was really fun. For you, I feel I'm not as well versed in like all of your things.
Oh, that's okay. How dare you?
So I feel bad about that.
No. Oh my god.
I think maybe actually your upcoming role in Spies because
which
Cynthia.
One? Oh, uh-huh.
Because she's like such a hard ass.
She's like a psycho.
Yeah, but so good. And that's something I've never gotten to do before, for sure.
Yeah.
Although I know that I would not be able to do it as well as you are going to.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you could.
Well,
you pull some.
Thank you. I think you are like legit one of the most talented people I've ever met.
Stop. Jeez, this is giving me like the biggest ego boost. I'm gonna be a terror when I get out of here.
True though. Even like watching you yesterday, they blocked a scene where you and Tessa are like these just like little like lackeys and you don't do anything, but your choices were so good. Yes, they were. I loved them.
Also,
just
my Cockney accent is terrible. Like laughably bad.
I don't think so. I'm actually glad I don't. Everybody has to do a ton of accents in this show, and everybody's pretty good at it, but I'm not great at accents.
But you have to do one accent the whole show,
time.
Which kind of seems more challenging.
It definitely, I'm glad we have time. At the table read, by the end, it was kind of falling apart.
I thought it was really good.
Thank you. I've never done Russian before, and I was real nervous about it.
It's tricky.
It is tricky.
It's tricky because I feel like Russian morphs into, like, Puerto Rican very easily.
Yeah, or it's, like, very easy to make it, like, kind of silly almost,
yes.
I feel like.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, as the femme fatale, I don't want her to sound silly.
Right.
So I've kind of, like, taken, like, the tapes that I've listened to, taken the Americans, which I've been watching.
Oh, yeah.
And been like, okay, I need to sound like a sexy Russian, not like, your Uncle Tolstoy, I don't know, your Uncle Man who's, like, silly and whatever. Right. So I don't know that it's, like, the most accurate, but also accuracy in our show is maybe not, like, the highest thing on the list.
Yeah,
but I am trying to make it sound okay. And
I thought it sounded great.
Thank you. I'm glad I have some time to work on it.
Totally.
Talk about all the dogs and puppies!
Oh my god.
You're a big dog lover.
Yeah, how long do we have? It's like, I feel the way about dogs that I assume, like, some women feel about, like, babies.
Sure.
Like, they have that, like, internal clock.
Sure.
Which, that, I do not have that, but I have that for dogs.
Yeah.
Where, like, I'll see people, like, at the dog park with their dogs, and I, like, get teary-eyed, and I just am like, and then, like, every dog I see, I want to just hold them in my arms and, like, stare into their eyes. Like, it's a sickness. So...
That's pretty incredible. I remember there were puppies on set one day for Muzzled, and you were very excited.
I can't believe I got anything done that day, because I was like, this is all I need.
They were very cute. I don't feel the same way about dogs, but I was pretty excited about the puppies.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a cat person. I don't dislike dogs.
Sure.
Some dogs are so sweet and adorable, and I fall in love with them. I also sometimes will, like, hear a dog barking and be like,
shut up. That's how I feel about kids.
I also feel that
when babies are crying, I'm like, ugh, could you not?
I also feel that way about babies. I get real annoyed with babies in public places making a lot of noise, and then I feel like a monster.
Yeah, and then also I'm just like, man, if I ever do decide to have kids, they're going to be the worst kids just because of karma, because I've been such an asshole to other people's kids.
That's funny. I may be in the same boat with you.
Right? Oh, yeah. God. I discriminate against big dogs. I don't.
You don't like
care. I just don't have time.
Oh, you want little dogs.
Yeah, I, like, need all the little dogs to, like, be around me.
Okay.
Because a lot of people will have, like, one big dog and then, like, a little dog, and they'll walk them together. And I could not care less about the big dog. I totally ignore it, and I'm just like, hello! And I just get in the little dog's face and, like, tell it how special it is and how much I love it. And the big dog's just like, boom, like, just standing there. But I'm like, I know what I like, you know?
Yeah, there you go. What is your favorite type of dog?
Chihuahua.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, we're not the same.
Oh, wow.
I've seen some cute chihuahuas, but I feel like they make a lot of noise, and I
feel like they get a bad rep for that.
That's fair. I
feel like they're not as yappy as people think.
Okay.
I've met some chill-ass chihuahuas, man. And they're the best.
Do you hope to have a chihuahua one day?
I want 3 chihuahuas.
Aww. Do you know what you're going to name them?
Yep. I can't tell.
Okay, don't tell. Keep that a secret for yourself.
But they're pretty good names, and it's just a matter of convincing my boyfriend that we need 3 dogs.
Right, sure. Do you know your Myers-Briggs personality type?
Yeah, I do.
What is it?
I'm INFJ.
INFJ. Okay. I can never remember what I am.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Do you think you're E, though? Do you think you're an extrovert?
I actually have taken it. I know with
What
this one.
are you-
This is my new
is
trick.
this?
Toothpick that I use to light candles.
Oh, I see. Very nice.
Although sometimes the toothpicks burn fast and you have to get rid
Ah,
of it. But it works like a match because I ran out of matches.
nice.
I took it once and I was an I.
Oh,
I'm
interesting.
not doing well. And then I took it again and I was an E. But I'm very much like down the middle
Sure.
because with Myers-Briggs, it gives you a score. What are the things?
So
There's
it's
introvert, extrovert.
Yeah, and then it's
Intuitive?
let's look it up. Can we look it up?
Yeah, let's look it up. I know one is like feeling and thinking.
Feeling and thinking, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm a feeler.
Yes.
I know that.
Okay, so E is extrovert, I is introvert. S is sensing.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, okay, you're right. The N is intuition, but
Or
they use
sensing.
the N too. Yeah, but they still use N because they don't want 2 I's, I guess. And then it's thinking or feeling, and then judgment or perception.
Oh, okay. And that one is like, what is that?
So judgment, they like a planned and organized approach to life. Yep. And prefer to have things settled. They are more scheduling with their activities. Yep.
That's probably me.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's absolutely me. People who prefer perception are more flexible and spontaneous. They schedule less. They prefer to keep their options open. They prefer the journey over the destination.
Ooh, yeah. I'm definitely what was the other one?
Judgment.
I'm judgment.
Yes.
So I'm E, but then with sensing or
so then it's
sensing or intuition.
sensing, or intuition. So sensing is they focus on the present and the concrete information gained from their senses, and then intuition is they tend to focus on the future with a view toward pattern and possibilities. That's me for sure.
I think that's me too.
Yeah.
So I'm E,
E, N, and then T or F.
E,
Thinking
N,
or feeling.
F,
E and F, J.
J. I
So
think
we're like
that's
almost
what
the
I am.
same, but you're extrovert and I'm
Right.
introvert.
Right. But I'm not like, I'm pretty low on the scale.
Yeah,
I'm like kind of in between.
for sure.
So then, which Hogwarts house are you?
Well, I just
a bad question.
No,
Did you retake it?
I did. I took the Pottermore, and I am like 78% Hufflepuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I knew I was going to be a Hufflepuff, though, because every question I answered, it was like, what box do you open first in this, like, chamber? And I was
Right.
like, the one with the squeaky voice inside. And then it was like, you get into a forest, and like, what's the first thing you do? And I was like, talk to the talking toadstools. And then there was another one that was like, something about, like, saving the animals first or something. And I was like,
Right.
animals, yay! Like, everything was about, like, little creatures and, like, little animals.
And you were like, this is me.
I was like, wow.
But which house do you identify with?
I guess I do identify with
With
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff?
I think I always wanted to think I was a Ravenclaw,
Interesting.
but I'm just not.
Yeah.
I
Interesting.
think, yeah, my next 2 under Hufflepuff, which, like, were small percentages anyway, because I was, like, such a Hufflepuff, were Slytherin and Gryffindor.
Interesting. Well, obviously Slytherin and Gryffindor are sort of related.
Yeah. What about you?
I am a Gryffindor. I have always
How?
identified most with Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Because of my, like, intense desire to A, do great things, B, I love epic stories,
Yes.
and, like, always, like, want to be the hero of the epic story. However, this is why I ask, because I think I used to be like, whatever, Harry Potter houses. But now I do kind of think it's an interesting way to categorize people and personalities, and it's interesting to me to think about how I used to identify and how I identify now, as I've gotten older.
Totally.
I definitely have more Hufflepuff in me than I ever thought.
Yes.
A lot more.
Yes.
A lot more. And Ravenclaw as well, although I'm really not a Ravenclaw, but I was super, super studious in
same
school.
here. Yep.
But I am not, again, I'm not a thinker. I'm a feeler.
I feel like, too, when you're younger, you have a bigger ego.
Yeah, sure.
And so you're like, I am like, whatever you think the cool house is, you know, which I thought was Ravenclaw. So it's like, I'm a Ravenclaw.
Totally.
And, when you get older, you just, you become more empathetic.
Yeah,
you,
exactly.
You know, you kind of get softer.
I've been thinking about that a lot. Obviously, this is a huge Harry Potter question issue that people just argue over. And I'm not enough of a Harry Potter fanatic to, spend all my time.
Sure.
But it is an interesting thought about how people change as they grow.
Yeah, for sure.
And just, categorizing people in one house or another, even though they probably have characteristics of another house.
Mm-hmm. And I kind of love Slytherin.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah, I think they have some very good attributes.
That's true.
You know, and
that's true. They definitely get a bad rap.
Yes.
I admire how people can be smart and in that way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty bad at being smart in that way. I'm not very cunning. I'm pretty much here, let me love you. Wait,
yeah.
what?
Yeah, I think it was more the ambitious side to them, and
I definitely am an ambitious person.
Totally.
And I do get some amount of Slytherin for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess the cunning stuff is it's a little intense.
I think, it can be. Especially when you see it in action. You're like, okay.
Oh, you are Slytherin.
Yeah, but also realizing I don't know, this is huge talk, but different moral codes and different things that people find okay or not okay. I as a Gryffindor find certain things definitely not okay that a Slytherin would not have that same beef with.
Totally.
It's really interesting to think about.
Yeah, that is.
Country you'd like to visit that you haven't been to before?
Australia.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well,
Dang.
New Zealand is my number one, but
yeah,
Australia as well.
You can go on Lord of the Rings tours in New Zealand.
I know. Oh my god, that's my
That'd be
dream.
Awesome. That'd be really.
I'm actually I have a genuine fear that I'm gonna die before I get to do that.
Oh my god, that's so morbid.
I know, but I want to do it so badly, and I'm so scared that I'm never gonna get the chance.
It just sucks that it's so expensive to get there.
I know, and it's such a long trip.
Yes, it is.
What rainbow color would you consider dyeing your hair?
Ooh.
I wish I could dye my hair rainbow colors.
Man, me too.
Right?
It's one downside about being actors. You can't
true.
change your look too much.
Yeah, and you gotta look pretty, normal.
Yeah.
What is normal? But,
blah.
You gotta look especially for commercials and stuff, you gotta look like an average Jane.
Yes.
But yeah, if I could have crazy hair, I would be so into that.
I in high school I dyed my hair a lot.
Oh really?
Yes.
My mom would never let me.
My parents didn't exactly let me either.
But you just did it.
Yeah, that was the one rebellious thing I did when I was in high school.
That's awesome.
But I would love to dye my hair that really pretty lavender.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yes.
Yeah, lavender.
It'd be so cool.
I would go take my hair back to pretty light blonde, and then definitely do a lavender at the bottom or something. Ah,
yeah, that'd be so nice.
All you ladies out there with mermaid hair, so jealous. Super jealous. This is not my best craft ever, but it's not terrible.
I think they're good, and you're pounding out 3 of them. That's pretty impressive.
I am. How has moving to LA been? You just made a huge move.
Yeah. It's a move that I wanted to make for a long time. I mean, my initial plan after college was to move to LA, and then, at the last minute, I was like, no, New York! And then that derailed everything.
Did you go to New York?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I
did
lived
not
in
know
New York.
that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh. How was that?
I loved living in New York.
Yeah.
But it also was, my first year out of college, and so I was just so excited to be an independent person.
Yeah.
But, it's a fun city. I mean, it's hard when you, aren't rich.
Yeah.
That's hard. But, I don't know. I had a great group of friends there, and I had a great roommate, and we just had, a super fun time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
One of my good friends, Christopher Higgins, who
you
all may know.
Higuroni.
Yes, Higuroni, recently moved to New York, and his I hope he doesn't mind that I'm telling this. His room is 7 feet by 7 feet.
Oh.
And he said he looked up the requirements for a prison cell in New York, and it's more than that. It's like 8 feet.
That's what sucks about New York.
Yeah,
is it's like it's its own planet.
Yeah.
Landlords can get away with whatever they want.
Yeah,
like,
it really seems like
there's like no regulate. Like
we
did not have heat the whole winter we were there.
How?
It was a freezing winter too, and like.
How is that possible?
We would like call the landlord all the time. We'd call 311, like, which is like the emergency like hotline for stuff like that.
Gosh.
And people just were like, "Eh, what are you gonna do about it?" It's like, I guess nothing.
No way.
Yeah, so that sucked, but
that's crazy.
Yeah,
so why did you decide to go to Chicago then?
Well, the whole StarKid thing became an option where we were all like, let's like all land somewhere together.
Okay.
And Chicago was the place that everyone seemed to want to be because it's easier to live in than New York.
Sure.
Still Midwest.
Sure.
So yeah, so we moved there for that.
I see.
Yeah, and then even after I moved to Chicago, I was like, I still want to move to LA.
Yeah.
But, it takes a long time sometimes for those things to...
That's a huge move.
Yeah, it's a big move.
I'm just, like, super proud and impressed of you for making it now. Like, I can't imagine moving to a brand new city now at this point in my life.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, you have a lot of friends here and...
For sure.
A network here.
It was just time. And after the winter last year in Chicago, I was like, I will never do this again. So
I don't blame you.
So I left before winter got bad.
I was there once in October, and I was like...
And that's not even
bad. I was like, if this is as bad as it is now, there's no way I could ever, ever, ever live here.
Yes.
But,
and there's just, like, so many months where there's no sunlight. And I, like, need that. I get super sad and depressed when there's no sun.
Here you are in the land of the sun. Yeah. It is really nice, though, genuinely. Like, I keep thinking that of, like, why would I move to a place where I can be sad about my career where the weather's terrible?
I know, exactly.
When I can be sad about my career where the weather's great?
That is so true. Because it's like, you're already, like, gonna have some problems when you decide to be an actor.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like,
might as well be in a place that's, like, lovely and... that you walk outside every day and you're like,
Yeah, every day I wake up, there are birds chirping outside my window. It's really magic.
We're pretty lucky out here.
Yeah, it's so nice. So I'm loving it so far. I really like having a great time. And we were talking when the camera was off about how there's tons of gluten-free options in LA because, everyone's like hippy-dippy out here. So that's so nice.
And it is very nice. Yeah. It makes a huge difference just in your general quality of life and being able to find food and stuff.
Yes.
And it really is like it has a small town feel in that you go to auditions and you see a ton of people you know, and you go to the grocery store and you see a ton of people you know. And, and I like that, and I enjoy that feeling, but also the feeling that it's like, it's so big that not everybody's all up in your business.
Totally. And it's got like nice neighborhoody feels.
For sure.
Like there's a lot of little houses everywhere and like families and it's nice.
I would agree with that, and I definitely like that about the neighborhood that I live in. It feels less like a big city for sure. I think also because LA is so spread out, it doesn't feel like. I go to other big cities and I'm like, oh, like this is what a big city is supposed to feel like.
Right.
With, like all the like, high rises and
everything's on top of each
squished.
other.
Yes. Not like that here.
No, not at all.
Not at all. But I don't mind that. Somebody says typecasting, but I'm not sure what they mean by that.
Like, how do we feel about it?
Yeah.
Does it exist?
Yeah, I guess. I don't really have an opinion on typecasting at this point, but I guess I've been lucky to play a bunch of different types of roles, and I'm also not famous enough. People think of me in one way.
I mean, it's a real thing, but sometimes it can work in your favor.
That's true, and a lot of actors just, like, they know that that's the thing that they do, and it works for them, and they make money doing that thing. Also, just, like, as you grow as an actor and, like, as a person, you, like, think when you're in college, like, oh, I never want to be typecast. I want to do all these amazing roles.
I'm going to be a chameleon.
Like, and then you're trying to pay your bills, and you're like, will I do this stupid commercial where I have to, like, burp? Like, yeah, absolutely,
It's
I
like,
will.
Will I do this voiceover for like a tampon commercial?
Yes.
Yes.
So your standards get lowered. That's true. But also, like, I don't know, you find the joy in the things that you do.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I don't know. You obviously are often playing a certain kind of role. Not all the time, though.
A certain gender.
Which is also part of why we thought of you for George Eliot, although George Eliot is not a man.
I know.
In Poe Party.
It's a weird kind of, like, little, like, loophole-y kind of thing where I'm like, ooh, I'm like a man, but not really.
Yeah, exactly. She's, like, maybe pretending to be. But, like, that's why it's like, oh, Lauren would be perfect for this. She's done this. But also, like, I don't know. I just love watching you do that stuff.
Thanks.
Like, you find ways to make it new and funny and different. And
oh, thank you. I try.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the trick with stuff like that. And
yeah, it's like even if you get typecast into playing one kind of thing, it's like you can always try to find ways to make it interesting for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I would agree.
Yes.
I'm just really going with the Ariel aesthetic.
I love it.
I'm pretty pleased with how these book pages things are turning out.
I think this is a great idea.
Thanks.
This is very fun.
I'm glad you're into it.
Oh,
you're doing such a nice job.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
You really are.
Excuse me.
Cute. Thank you.
Yeah.
Somebody asked about Firebringer, and I don't know about that.
Yes.
That's the new StarKid
show,
right?
Firebringer is a new StarKid show. It's going to be in Chicago this summer.
Are you involved in that at all?
I'm not 100% sure. I know that they had talked to me about it a while ago. But I'm, not sure where it stands now. Mm-hmm. It'd be super fun to be a part of it. Apparently it's a very female-heavy show, which is awesome and something we've been waiting for a while.
Very
so that's
cool.
Really cool to see that happening.
I'm like, I said this with Joey when he was on, but I'm just very impressed with you guys, like, tenacity and continuing to make stuff with each other, and it's really, I don't know. I don't want to say, it's interesting to, I'm not intimidated, that's not the word, but like, obviously with Spies, a lot of you guys know each other very well and have worked together very well, or a lot, and like know how each other work, and it's interesting as a person that hasn't, well, not that I haven't worked with any of you, because I have, but to like come into that and like, well, hi guys, what are we doing?
No, we love that though. It's like that's great for all of us to work with new people. But it is weird because like, crap, I got glue on your thing.
It's so okay.
It is weird because like we have. This is just a disaster. We have all worked with each other a lot, and spent so much time with each other from like touring and all that stuff. So that we do have kind of like a weird, like dysfunctional, like very familial relationship with each other. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like that sometimes is off-putting to other people who like...
No, I wouldn't say it's off-putting.
Or just like...
Obviously,
I don't want people to feel left out.
No, and I didn't mean to say like, I don't feel that way at all.
Okay, good.
But I'm very like... How do I express? It's very cool that you guys have that. And I think it can be just like finding people you work with well is like an interesting thing. Yeah, and it's really exciting to find that, and it's really impressive that you guys, started when you were so young, and that you guys have still managed to like continue working together on things and like have that family. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice. And we've all like we've gone through our fair share of like fights and like disagreements and stuff like that. So it's I don't want to give people the wrong impression that like you'll find these people that you work with and it's just a picnic from day one. Right. It's like no, but then there's just got to be something like under all of that that keeps you continuously coming back to each other, which I think is what we have because we always have a lot of fun together. Yeah. At the end of the day, we have a saying that's we're all friends again, which is like once the show opens, like we're just at each other's throats for like the rehearsal process, and then once the show opens, we're like we love each other. Yeah. So it can happen like that.
It's also just so interesting what you guys do. Like I don't know any other group of people who like consistently write and put on musicals.
I mean,
in the way that you do. It's really cool.
I mean, the writing though is pretty much just Matt and Nick.
Sure. I mean, but original musicals, like like you guys do.
Yeah. It's cool that the same kind of core people can always come back and, like, do stuff together, but it's fun.
Yay! That looks so good!
It's a little cutesy, but...
No, I like it.
Thank you.
If you were a villain or a superhero, what would your power be?
I don't know, to, like, be able to get a puppy whenever I wanted one. That's, like, what I can think of as the most useful thing.
Create puppies?
Or just that, like, they will come to me whenever I want them.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
Yeah.
Would they stay with you, or would they then go back?
They could go back to where they came from, but they'd have to stay with me for, like, at least 2 hours.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's a good
it's
power.
Like, sometimes I'm just, it's all the time when I'm just sitting there, I'm like, I want a puppy. And I just wish they would, like, come to me then, you know? So
right, just to, like a cuddle time.
Yes.
Yeah, and then be like, okay, bye, puppy.
Yeah.
That's a good...
Home. And the other part of the power was that it would be guaranteed that the puppy would be safe coming to me and then leaving me.
Right. You would just, like, transport the puppy on a magical cloud. Of,
it would, like, be in an orb that, like, nothing could penetrate. You know what I mean? It's pretty good.
That's I was just going to say telekinesis, but...
That's great, too. Mine's kind of like telekinesis.
That's true. Puppy kinesis.
Yeah. Puppy kinesis. It's a new breed of telekinesis.
I used to, when I was young, one of my favorite daydreams was to dream about, like, having this magic wardrobe where I could just, like, see any outfit and then it would appear.
Oh my god, that is such a, like... young girl thing to think of.
And it was full of princess dresses.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, because a lot of opportunity to wear those.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of balls. Definitely going to a lot of balls when you're younger. I used to dream that I had, like, a machine that would make any hairstyle I wanted.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It's like, get your priorities in order. Like, think about all the puppies you could be getting. It's like... Good Lord.
It's so true. That was, like, very high on my priority list as a young person.
Yeah. Ugh.
Looking good.
Yeah, for sure.
Wearing princess dresses.
Just dressing to impress.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's something I still care about.
All the other second graders.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Lauren, let's see what we got.
Oh, boy.
I've got a lot of Ariel candle holders.
Okay, yes. You really had the twine theme, which was nice.
Yeah.
I went real floral with mine.
Love it.
Thank you.
I love it.
I have this, like, odd little guy.
I like him.
Who's got, like, some glitter.
I think it's gorgeous.
It's okay.
No, it's wonderful. You're such a good crafter.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being on my show.
Thank you.
Yay.
I'll see you tomorrow night.
Yeah, at rehearsal.
Yay.
And, like, every day after that for a while.
It's gonna be great. We'll do this every single day.
Yeah, there you go. We'll make everybody in the show craft.
Oh God, that'd be awesome. Can I just come to all your next Craftversations, but just be crafting, like, by myself?
Yeah, in the corner. Yeah, I'm into that. I like that idea.
Great.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Such a pleasure.
Me too.
And you guys be sure and get tickets for Spies Are Forever here in LA in March. And go back the Poe Party Kickstarter if you haven't yet, or share it, or spread the word, or whatever, and keep crafting and stuff. Yeah. Bye.